Zannat Reza is a registered dietitian and blogger. She joins us with some tips to help you manage your food budget while those food prices are spiking. Everyone is talking about cauliflower.
They are.
I know a few people on Twitter said, okay, they found cauliflower for under $3, so it seems to be dropping.
It depends where you live. Like if you're up in Nunavut, it's going to take that transportation cost. You're going to get the $10 cauliflower. If you're in a major urban center, it's going to be less. But I still think eat the cauliflower. Like look at the, we're talking about 5 ways to save on vegetables, like on your groceries. The first one really is still eat your produce, still eat your fruits and vegetables. You need half your plate of fruits and vegetables every day, and it's an investment in your health. So if you want to save money, ditch the pop, right? Ditch the chips. Keep the dark chocolate because you need some happiness, but you still have to invest in foods that have a lot of power. So think of the plant power. And my colleague Patricia Chewy on the West Coast sort of highlighted some of the awesome sort of affordable vegetables. So as we've heard, cabbage, carrots, Asian greens really are not affected. So bok choy, go for it, right? Stir fry it with some mushrooms. Potatoes, they are nutritious and they're Canadian. And I think the story here is, yes, our looney's tanking, but if we want to help our economy, we really need to invest in Canadian products and help Canadian farm families who work really hard.
Right, and I see that you've got frozen vegetables too, like that chopped kale. Is that cheaper than buying fresh kale right now?
You know what, it might be depending on where you go, but can I just say that this chopped kale is a great, like cooking greens, that's a Canadian brand. So buy that, and they're just as nutritious. Anything that's frozen in terms of fruits and vegetables, they're just as nutritious as fresh because they're picked and frozen at their peak of ripeness. So it locks in the nutrients. So go frozen, and even canned is totally fine. Like with the fruits, buy canned fruits that are packed in water.
Not syrup.
Not syrup, or in juice. So look for that. So, still eat your fruits and vegetables, right? Ditch the pop and chips. Okay, so 2016 is the International Year of the Pulse. And I gotta say, so, we're talking about chickpeas, lentils, dried beans, and peas. But my favorite really are lentils. And you know why? You don't have to soak them. You can just open up a bag of lentils, throw it into, soups, if you're doing a spaghetti sauce, that kind of thing. Yeah. And with lentils, they are a powerhouse in terms of protein and fiber, and they're naturally low in sodium.
Fat-free.
They're, fat-free, but you know what? You kind of need a little bit of fat, so I'm cool with that. But the good news with lentils is, and with pulses, they're actually environmentally sound. They add nutrients back to the soil. And Canada is one of the largest lentil-growing countries in the world. Like, people all over the world buy Canadian lentils. So you know what, Canadians? We gotta buy our own lentils. Support the hard-working farm families. That's what I say. So lentils, gotta love them. Go to lentils.ca to get recipes. Barley. So we're talking about supporting Canadian agriculture. Barley is the next sort of superhero when it comes to Canadian foods. And the reason being is there's something in barley called beta-glucan. That's sort of the magic in barley. It's a soluble fiber. And here's what it does. It helps lower your cholesterol, so good for keeping heart disease at bay. It curbs your hunger, because that fiber keeps you feeling full. And it keeps your blood sugar levels pretty even. So I just say go barley go, and get those recipes. What can you do with it?
Can you throw that in a soup? Or?
You can do it in a soup. You can buy barley flour for baking. And if you want awesome recipes, you got to go to gobarley.com. So I say go barley go. Support Canadian agriculture.
Okay, I'm not really open to barley. I need to open my eyes to barley.
I gotta bring some recipes next time. You're gonna love it. There's an awesome barley bread with cottage cheese and some herbs, and it's almost like a focaccia. It's on their website. Try it out. It's awesome.
Great. And then we've got some meat as well, because some people can't drop meat, even though lentils and pulses are a good replacement.
I love lentils and pulses with the barley and all that kind of stuff, but I eat meat. I like the taste of it. There's a lot of good nutrition in it, but you want to go for the more affordable types. So we have, ground beef, I gotta say, is a superhero in terms of being kid-friendly, family-friendly. If you cook up some ground beef with crushed canned tomatoes, throw in your lentils in there, you can whip up a spaghetti sauce. Oh, and put in some diced mushrooms. That really expands the volume of your spaghetti sauce. So again, you're using the meat, you're gonna get the awesome nutrients of the meat, but then you're expanding it with these other superfoods. So you're gonna get an awesome spaghetti sauce.
And chicken thighs instead of chicken breasts?
You know what, I gotta say, I love the taste of chicken thighs and, you know, drumsticks. I like dark meat, so it works for me. And I want to point out that buy the ones that have the bone in, lots of flavor, and with the skin on, because why pay someone to take the skin off, right? Roast it in the oven, 400 degrees, half an hour, you're done.
I love that this is all encouraging people to cook at home as well, not just buying
so
food
save
that's
money
gonna...
by cooking at home.
Exactly.
Right?
Quickly, we just
okay,
we wanted to also talk about
last
nuts.
one. Okay, so nuts. You know, I was asked.
They're always expensive.
Well, yeah. Yes and no, but you know what? Like, buy nuts, right? They're good for you, right? It's an investment in your health and happiness. So my recommendation, look, buy mixed nuts, something like this.
Okay.
Sorry, I don't want to show a brand there. So because each nut has a different nutrient profile. So if you buy mixed nuts, you're going to get a little bit of this, a little bit of that from all the different nuts. And the cool thing is if you buy something in bulk, so either at a bulk food store or at a warehouse store, if it's too much for you, go in with a friend and split it, right? And there you go.
So bok choy, pulses, canned meat. I like this, the dark meat.
Yeah, you know what? And the nuts.
But quickly before you go, pasta, is that actually going to go up? Because that's one of the safest.
Yes, okay, and I'll explain why. So even though in Canada we grow an enormous amount of wheat, right, you would think that should be cheap. What we do is we take that wheat and we ship it out of country to process into pasta, and then we buy it back. And so with our loonie being down, that's not really working for us. So that's why I'm like, go for the barley, right? It's grown at home. Go for the lentils, it's grown at home. Put them together and you've got magic.
Great. Thank you so much for this advice. It's fantastic. Zannat Reza is a registered dietitian and blogger.